What are some examples of information included in a victim impact statement? If you or someone you know has been a victim of a crime and you're wondering what to include in a victim impact statement, this information can be really helpful. First, let's start with the basics. A victim impact statement is a way for you to tell the court how the crime has affected your life. It's important to include your full name, age, and any relevant personal details that connect you to the incident. When describing the impact, you should focus on the physical injuries you've suffered. This includes any injuries you received as a result of the crime, such as cuts, broken bones, or long-term health issues. For example, if you developed an illness related to the crime, or if you've had to undergo medical treatments, make sure to mention those. Also, explain how these injuries have affected your lifestyle, like if you can no longer enjoy sports or hobbies. Emotional effects are also crucial to include. Talk about any changes in your attitudes or feelings, such as how you feel about yourself and others. Have your sleep patterns, eating habits, or sexual behavior changed? Describe any short or long-term mental health issues, like post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD. If the crime has affected your relationships with family, friends, or work associates, that's important to mention too. Financial losses are another key aspect. Outline any costs you've incurred due to medical expenses, property damage, or lost wages. Be specific with figures if possible, as this helps the court understand the full extent of the financial impact. Changes in your lifestyle and daily routines are also significant. Have you had to move or change jobs because of the crime? How has this affected your overall well-being? For instance, if you're now afraid to go out in public or if you avoid certain places that remind you of the crime, explain that. You can also include information about how the crime has affected your family or other household members. For example, if your children are now afraid to play outside, or if they have nightmares, this is important to share. Additionally, you might want to mention any recurring dreams or intrusive thoughts about the crime, or if you've experienced feelings of numbness or a loss of trust in others. If you've had to personally investigate the crime or deal with harassment from the defendant or their family, include those details as well. It's also helpful to express your wishes regarding the sentencing or restitution from the perpetrator. However, be careful not to demand specific penalties or use abusive language. Remember, the goal is to help the court understand how the crime has impacted your life. Use simple and descriptive language to convey your feelings and experiences. For example, you might say, "Every morning when I wake up, I have to remind myself that my attacker won't be able to hurt me today. If I don't tell myself that, I simply can't get out of bed." By including these details, you can ensure that your victim impact statement effectively communicates the full extent of the harm you've suffered.